Okay, we're back to day 190-ish. Anyways, got the frosted tips look because I didn't bleach my hair yet, and I ain't doing that tonight, so I had to do laundry, and I do laundry late in the day. Always. It's always how it's gonna be. Don't at me. And then I do my hair usually right before I jump in the shower to go to bed, but not today. I rinsed off. Here I am. I think it looks pretty dope. I like nice shape, you know. Haven't had a cut in so long. It's frozen. Yay. It's forever solid. Anyway. Okay, this is a big thing. This virus is still really big. I know the numbers in my state are down to like very early pandemic. I thought I saw movement. Okay. Numbers are down to very, very early COVID numbers, very early pandemic. However, that does not mean like people that we're like, oh, let's take off our masks now. Like if you're vaccinated, it's like, if you're vaccinated, means people that don't want to wear masks are gonna just say they're vaccinated and just not wear masks. So I'm like, still wearing a mask. It's something like on my eyelashes. Like why? Okay, it doesn't matter. That one was a bug. Anyways, point is wearing a mask, and it's, I don't know, it's really ridiculous because you can just wait until, instead of like 70% vaccinated, wait until, or instead of whatever percent, wait until higher up there is a number where it's like it is going to be so much less connected with each other, where any person that's not vaccinated can just don't link completely together. But we're not there yet, at least not here, probably not in a lot of places. And the idea that we're just like, you don't need to wear a mask anymore, you're good, is just, I wish I could put my arm down. Bug, don't touch me. Just the fact that we're just, yeah, we're good, don't wear a mask, it's fine, kind of thing. It's just like, oof. Like, I'm fully vaccinated, I've been fully vaccinated. I'm not about to show up to your restaurant and be like, let's go. It's like, no. We are thinking of doing, like, because we live near the coast, go to the beach, stay in a hotel room, go onto the actual physical beach because it's separated, and we're fully vaccinated. However, that's still super duper dangerous. Like, it's still not 100% advised, and I don't want to be, yeah, let's go, you know. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, what's more important? Well, no, that's a one. Oof. I just remember back in, man, I don't know when, 2000 something, the H1N1 came back. People were like, H1N1, it's super dangerous, we need to have this locked down. I didn't understand that H1N1 is the Spanish flu, the pandemic, the one that took Edward Collins, I forgot his name for a second, Twilight. Anyways, the point is that I didn't know that was that. And people are like, dude, we need to be prepared for a pandemic. And people are like, boo, boo. I remember that. I was like, I don't know. I wasn't old enough to care. Well, I guess I did care because I was paying attention, but I wasn't old enough to understand what what was being said. And the idea that people with H1N1 was like, oh, blah, 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 you know? And it's just like, well, they were right. We should have it locked down. What would we have done if it did become a pandemic again? Here we are. And, yeah, so it's so bad. I remember there was an anti-vaccine strike, like anti-vaccine movement, pretty much every generation. But when I was, I think, very young, there was an anti-vaccine chunk. So when I was growing up and people started getting it, people were like, oh my God, why are people getting sick? Like, why are these kids getting sick? And I remember parents being like, because you didn't vaccinate your kid. And just the fact that this is also a cycle that's happening. And so, like, it isn't out of nowhere. I need people to really understand this is not out of nowhere. I remember this, you know, like, I remember it. The teachers that were literally the ones that are like, vaccinate your child. It's like that idea. Anyways, point is, I was playing Resident Evil 7 and I got to the second, like the old house where the mom is, and what happened is there are giant bugs, and I was playing it, and it was just really funny because I was just saying how there's bugs in my house constantly, and especially spring, summer, and fall. But it was just really funny because it's just like super relatable. But I said like there was a moth in my house to my friend, and he was like, you have moths in your house? I'm like, yeah, I have moths in my house. Freaking flying in left and right. And so, but anyways, and he thought it was very funny. He was like, oh, can I live in your house? I'm like, you don't want the moths. Moths are not good. They will die. They'll die outside too, but at least it's outside. I think there's a freaking dead moth on my yarn over there. I haven't fixed it yet. Anyways, point is, when I was playing this game, and somebody was like, fireflies. I'm like, honey, those are mosquitoes. Fireflies are like beetles. Like, they're not like flies, honey. But I didn't say it like that. They were very sweet. I absolutely love them. They're super supportive. I met them. They are also trans mask. I love them. But yeah, but I was talking and I'm like, oh, by the way, you know, I haven't really heard from you. I've been on testosterone for 2 months now. And they're like, oh yeah, I could tell, but I didn't know how to politely say that, you know, I noticed your voice. And I'm just like, oh, so you did notice my voice. Because people in my house are, and so I ain't saying anything, which I kind of thought they would, but I guess I don't want to make it awkward. I don't know. So I'm like, oh, so you can tell. And he's like, dude, your voice is amazing. He uses he, him, they, them, just so everyone knows. And it's just like, yeah, dude, your voice is amazing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, to my sibling, I'm like, hey, you know, you guys never mentioned, I only noticed because I went back in this, but also, especially with the other one, you saw the bug, where, anyways, I'm scared, so I gotta go with my drink. So, anyway, the point is, I'm like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, my voice, no one mentioned it. I noticed because I went to my previous Resident Evil 7 game to see how bad I was running, and my sibling was like, she's like, oh honey, your voice been sounding like our cousin, cis man, for the last 2 weeks. No one told me? You think I have perception? You think I know what's going on? Tell me these things, you know? Anyways, the point is, so apparently that happened, but I'm like, I thought voice changes were supposed to happen in the 3rd month. I'm not even... that would have been a month and a half. Yeah. So, because I'm 4 shots in. Yeah, I'm 4 shots in. 5th shot is on Monday. Need to get blood work done. So I'm like, oh, why didn't you guys tell me? Anyways, I also have a phone meeting, which I have with someone. So I'm so sorry. With someone that I haven't come out to, a financial person, for my family, and I'm like, I don't have finances. I don't have any finances. I'm not good enough to have money to like invest and plan. I guess plan could mean the small, like, pocket change. Anyways, the point is, I have a phone meeting, and now I'm like, is my voice sounding too much like a cis dude? You know? Because, like, give it. I'm not mad, but, like, you're obviously, I got on testosterone to have my voice change, to get facial hair, for all this, blah, blah, blah. However, maybe, you guys, like, I don't know. And I met them before, and I don't think they would think that they other, I don't know. Also, it hit me, at the same time that I haven't seen my dad in a year and a few months. I haven't talked to him in months, voice to voice. So, a couple months before testosterone, and I'm like, hey, I'm starting testosterone. However, where are we at, you know? Where we're at. I look like I should have a mullet, like a mohawk mullet. I should have long hair in the back. Anyways, point is, ow, that hurt my jaw. Less resin. Anyways. I don't know. So I'm kind of concerned that my siblings, like, no, your dad won't recognize your voice change. I'm like, I think he will. Go back to day, 2 months. Go back to day 100. Go to now. Go to day 100. Go to now. I don't think I had a cis man voice. Or even a voice that could be compared to. Even if right now it's not there. But a cis man voice. A comparable to cis man voice 80 days ago, you know? I really just want, I want Noise. I look really cool. Maybe I should just bleach my hair. Maybe I shouldn't color it. Maybe I should just go with bleach for the hot moment. I'm a hot moment. Yeah, anyways, point is, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. Because I had that thought the other day, like last night. If my dad was here every day, what he would say. Obviously, probably not great things, like making fun of me, or my voice, and everything. I don't know. Surprisingly, my cousin's actually pretty woke. He, thank goodness, didn't have a white supremacist phase, that people like to call it. He had a very, very heavy atheist phase where he was pretty argumentative. Not too. It just, like, I don't know. It was very much like, I'm superior because I'm atheist. Where it was pretty strong, and I'm not really religious, but the idea that you're like, he was really putting down other people, like every religion, everything, every belief people have. Obviously, I think he still makes fun of people that believe in ghosts and stuff. But at least he's not like his brother, who is 6 years younger, going through a white supremacist phase. Yeah. With the white supremacist phase, apparently it's a thing the younger generation of especially white boys, but white kids are going through is odd, and I definitely blame the media made from when they were younger, because the likable racist was a huge trope. Look at Daryl and Earl, I don't know, from The Walking Dead season 1. Those were likable racists, especially Daryl. I don't remember. I think it's Daryl. Especially Daryl. The whole thing is the likable racist trope was huge, and it was in a lot of things. The Office, I'm pretty sure there was a lot. And just something that one of the biggest one was Breakout Kings for me. Was Breakout Kings. That's the one I watched, and Lloyd Loudry was a likable racist. He was very likable, but he was a gambling addict. But he was likable because his character was complex, which makes a good character. But one of his main things is that he was a racist. He was racist. And that's what these kids grew up on, which does not mean it's right at all. However, I just like, ooh, yeah. So it's almost like shows have consequences